Hello, instructions for the holiday sale summary. Go ahead and open the attached workbook, and I'm also going to open the preview PDF file to show you what it's supposed to look like once it's completed. So this is a finished version. I may do it different this time around in the instructions, and you may definitely change it to any way that you'd like for your assignment. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is work with formulas. So it's Miss Lexi's Baked Goods Holiday Sale Summary, and we have 3 categories: cookies, pies, and cakes. So I'm going to click in E5, and I want to take the price, $15.95, and multiply it by 559, the quantity sold of Almond Crunchers. So the formula is equals C5 times D5. And I'll click check mark and use my fill handle. Don't worry if you get 0 here. We're going to do a auto sum later. Next one, I'm going to skip over to pies, and the formula is equals C14 times D14. Check. And if you want, instead of just double clicking, you can drag it just to row 18. And the last category is chocolate, is cakes, so chocolate cakes. So I'm going to equals C21 times D21, check, and then also bring that down. So for the first section, I'm going to change the price, even the, so the price will be the counting number symbol. And I'll do the same thing for column E. And I'll include the subtotal, so that way it'll be all set when I put in the actual formula. And then I'll do the same thing for pies and accounting format. Now, if I want, I can hold Control and select the range here. Hold Control and still with Control. So I've selected all of what I want, the accounting format style. Then for the quantity sold, it should be really 1,026, so it should have a comma. So I'm going to go ahead and select. I'll even select, because I'll be having a total there for D12. And then I'll hold Control and select to D19 and also to D26. And I'll choose the accounting, which is the comma. Not the accounting format, the comma, and it's going to give me a comma, but it's also going to give me a decimal in 2 places. So I'm going to decrease those. I don't want those. So it should be just the comma, the thousands place. All right, so I don't need totals for the prices because those are different prices depending on the item, but I do want a subtotal for the quantity sold of cookies. So I'll use my auto sum. And that's perfect, equal sum D5 through D11. And then I also want a auto sum for the value. So I can actually use my fill handle and drag it across. The only thing that it does is it keeps it in this format, which is the comma format. So for this one, I would have to change it to the accounting number. So the next one for pies, I will go ahead and do my subtotal and enter. And this one, I'm not going to copy it over, but I'll do auto sum, enter. That way I still get the accounting format. And then one more for the cakes, auto sum, and also for the dollar value. Now for totals, I want to take this total, which is the subtotal for cookies sold, pies, and cakes. I don't want to add everything because it would be adding those, and so it would be adding the values twice. So the formula will be, so click in D29 equals, I will select just D12 plus D19 plus D26. And then I can drag it across so it copies the same thing. I just need to add the accounting number style here, and that should be your total. So this is the total sold, and this is the dollar value. So all that's left now is to do some formatting. So again, you're welcome to select anything you like for cell styles, but I'm going to show you a couple of things. So the first thing I'm going to do is select cookies, because right now these are 2 separate cells. I'm going to select both of those, merge them together, and put it right align. And I'll do the same thing for pie subtotal. merge and center and right align, and the same thing for cakes. And it's actually like the total sales is. So I'll select those two, merge and center and right align. Now the next thing I'm going to do, so I'll pause for a second. So I've merged the cells for the title cookies, pies, and cakes, merged them together and centered them, and I also put them in a particular orientation. So I'll show you another style. So I'm going to select A5 to A11, and I'm going to choose merge and center, and this is the orientation. For this, you can try whatever one you want to see if you like it, and you can also center it. So that's angle counterclockwise, clockwise. This one's pretty cool. So I'll go with that one. And I will do the same thing for pies. So I'll select A14 to A18, merge and center. And I will change the orientation to vertical text. And then the same thing for cakes. Merge and center, center in the cell, and orientation, vertical text. So maybe I don't need it as wide, so I can make it a little bit narrow. And then you can add different font colors. I will do a couple of changes. I'm also going to center the column title, the table title, and the subtitle, and I'll show you what I have. So this is what I've come up with, and on yours, you can have a combination of the one that I have as a preview, or this one in the video, or your own style, whatever works for you. Just make sure when you go to File, Print, that you'll notice that it's in the orientation, which it all fits in one page, but it's not centered vertically or horizontally. So you can go to Page Setup, Margins, check off both, and then Custom Header, Footer. You can put in the same information that we have been putting in. And there you have it. That's a save and submit. Thank you.